Ladies and gentlemen, we are
TH,
Elite. I am Vũ Khánh Linh,
Nguyễn Ngọc Huyền, Nguyễn Hoàng Minh, Nguyễn Bảo Châu,
Lê Bảo Khuê. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to introduce to our topic. It's called synthesis of biodegradable films from cassava starch, plasticizer, and cross-link agents. Nowadays, people make plastic depending on it and are drowning in it. More than 40% of plastic is just used once, and it's choking our waterways, taking from 20 to 500 years to decompose. Thus, the best way to help the environment is changing the substance that create pollution in plastics, and that's our biodegradable polymers. Under the influence of microorganisms, light, temperature, and humidities, biodegradable polymer takes 3 to 6 months to decompose fully. Natural polymers such as starch, ketosane, and cellulose are used to make biodegradable polymers, but these materials have poor mechanical properties, limiting their applications. Therefore, in this research, we add some plasticizer and cross-link agents to improve the mechanical properties, which contributes its environmental improvement. Now I'd like to hand it over to my team Mitchell for our experimental process.
In the project, we aim to create the biodegradable polymer made by the natural polymer combined with the crossing agent, from which creating the biodegradable membranes. So what is the natural polymer? It is the polymer that are made up of multiple monomers of single section, and polymers are made up of many monomers. Different monomers result in different polymers. A separate polymers can also form if the structures of the monomers varies. Natural polymers can be derived from natural. They are frequently made up of water, silk, wool, DNA, cellulose, and protein are some examples of naturally occurring polymers. The material that we are using today for the experiment is the cassava starch as the natural polymer, the glycerol as the plasticizer, and the adipic acid as the cross-link. And the method that we are using today is the reflux distillation.
From the above material, we first put the cassava starch gelatinized with 50 ml distilled water at 70 degrees Celsius. Then, we add the glycerol as plasticizer. And the adipic acid as cross-link together in the solution. After stirring for 3 hours until the solution is homogeneous, we lower the temperature and pour the sample into the mold. We will dry it at room temperature for 24 hours. Then, we store it in a zip bag in a cool, dry place. Finally, we have the product as the polymer film. This is the product of the polymer film of starch, glycerol, and adipic acid.
Nextly to our results. We have 3 different samples with different content of acidic acid along with 3 different tables testing water absorption, mechanical properties, and the decomposition of polymer films in different environments. Water absorption refers to a plastic or polymer ability to absorb moisture from the environment. The absorption of water into polymer film makes it more biodegradable. As you can see in the table, the water absorption increased with time at each polymer film, but the change is not significant. When content of adipic acid reduced, the water permeability of the film is greatly reduced. Due to the cross-linking that adipic acid creates between starch polymers, the permeability of the polymer film has been improved more when adipic acid content is greater. So the sample SGA01 with adipic acid 0.2 is the best for water absorption properties. The mechanical properties are used to determine the elongation and tensile strength of the film. Here, the sample SGA01 showed a greater tensile strength than the others, and its elongation, maximum force, Fmax, at nearly 32%, also the greatest. Besides that, the E-model of SGA01 had shown a lower value than the other at 1.54 MPa. Based on the data, we can assume that the SGA01 sample with 0.2 adipic acid had good mechanical properties, while still supporting a good elongation and impact resistance. The biodegradability of the synthesized polymer film was evaluated in a variety of environments, including dry air, wastewater, moist soil, aerobic waste, and anaerobic waste. The results are shown in the table. The process of degradation in the dry air environment is limited. No decomposition has occurred after 20 days. However, a polymer films had decomposed in the other 4 environments. Within 10 days, in most of the environment, the polymer film had developed mold, but it had already decomposed in wastewater, and in 20 days, it had completely decomposed in wastewater, moist soil, aerobic waste, and anaerobic waste condition. The synthesized polymer film with high water absorption showed good biodegradability in a humid environment. Furthermore, good mechanical properties of this polymer film also are enhanced. As a result, this biopolymer film has the potential to replace conventional polymers in a variety of applications. Finally, I want to introduce my teammate Huang Ming, who will conclude the research and experimental process of our team.
After researching, we have achieved the following successes. Firstly, we have successfully created biopolymer film from cassava starch. Secondly, we have surveyed the properties of products such as water absorption, mechanical properties, and decomposition in different environments. Thirdly, glycerol has performed its role as the plasticizer and has created bond between starch polymers. Finally, adipic acid has connected polymers at the top of the circuit and at the end of the circuit. Based on the above result, I would like to propose to use biopolymer film for some application. Firstly, in terms of packaging and cargo bags, biodegradable polymer are also used for packaging and accountability bags. This is the perfect solution in food packaging and disposal product. Finally, in terms of biomedical application, biodegradable polymers are also being used to surgical sutures or replaceable disease or incurable cells. These are the main results of our research. We eagerly await for your suggestion and reflection to help us improve on the project. Thank you for your attention.